Buttercream frosting, this big cake, we've got 3 sticks of real butter, about a half a cup of cream. I use evaporated milk instead, but it comes out just perfectly. And then some good Mexican vanilla, about a teaspoon and a half. So we're going to get that really, really nice. And this has got to whip till it's kind of
creamy.
Light and creamy, that's right. Good, Taylor. You got to start off at a slow speed, then you speed it up, let that go for a little while. You speed it up even more, and it gets creamier and creamier. So in this, you've got your butter, 3 sticks, about half a cup of cream or milk or evaporated milk, and about a teaspoon and a half of real vanilla. So let that go until it gets really, really fluffy. Alright, that's what it's supposed to look like when you know that the cream and the vanilla and the butter are all incorporated together. So that's what it's changed to look like. Now, let me give you a little advice. If you're going to add powdered sugar to that, with this thing moving 95 miles an hour, you better move and get out of the way, or it's going to be all over the place, and it'll fog up your whole kitchen. So here's what I do. Here's a little trick. I add my powdered sugar, and because there's 3 sticks, remember, this is a bigger cake, so we're going to use more powdered sugar. We're going to use an entire bag, plus about a third or a half of the next one. But you only do this a little bit at a time. You don't do it all at one time, or you're going to have a cloud in your kitchen. So we're going to put about a cup of powdered sugar in it like that. And then, here's my trick. I take one of these cheesecloth dish towels, and I put it over the mixer. So then, when you turn it on, that powdered sugar is going to stay in there and not go everywhere. So here we go. Now you want to wait just a few minutes till that's in nicely. You speed it up a little bit. See, that way the powdered sugar doesn't get all over the place. Okay, so that's what's going on in there right now. Now, when you do this, it's going to get on the side of your bowl. So you're going to have to take a minute and scrape the bowl out like that. And you're going to keep mixing. And you're going to keep adding flour, and you're going to go through the same process over and over again until you've got your frosting. Now, because this is a chocolate buttercream, we're going to also add cocoa to this. That's what makes it chocolate. All right, so let's just go ahead and mix in some more powdered sugar. Then we'll put in the cocoa, and then we'll show you how it looks. Okay, now when it gets kind of like a ball like that, you might need to add a little bit more milk or cream so it doesn't get too dry. Like I said, this is kind of a little trial and error when you do this, okay? All right, so we need some more powdered sugar. But before we do that, we're going to add our cocoa, not measuring. Make it as chocolatey as you want. So I'm going to put in about 3/4 of a cup of cocoa in that. I'm going to mix that in, and that'll go all over the place too, so be really careful. Alright, so we're going to finish this up with all the rest of the powdered sugar and keep adding cream till it's not so dry and get our cocoa incorporated. Then we'll show you how to frost the cake. Okay, so we're almost to the end of this, and you can tell it's starting to look like a nice buttercream frosting. And I was just talking to the girls while we had the camera off. If after you make this kind of frosting, you will never go back to the canned kind again. I'm serious. It's like night and day. You don't want that. This is the good stuff. Okay, so we've got to scrape the sides of the bowl again and make sure all that powdered sugar's in there. We're going to whip this around, let you see kind of what it looks like. That's about what you want right there. Now, if it gets too stiff, remember, it's okay to add just a dash of cream to loosen it up a little bit. Because it can't be too stiff or you won't be able to spread it on the cakes. Does that make sense? So there you go. And that is your beautiful buttercream frosting. We're going to come back in a minute and show you how to put the cake together. All right, it's time to frost our cake. They're cooled off, so we're going to put our first layer on. Our really pretty cake tray. Hope it comes out. Ta-da! There it is. A little flour on there, but that's okay. All right. So, got our buttercream. We're going to put a little bit between each layer, like that. I'm just going to glob it on there and smooth it out. Okay. Looks good. Doesn't that look good, girls?
Yes.
All right, so we just go all the way around till we have enough.
And don't use too much.
There we go. All right. I want to save enough for the edges and the top too. Make sure we have enough for that. So once you get that evenly spread, you're going to take your second layer, place it right on the middle there. Okay, so here comes the second layer. What I do is I shake the pan like that, make sure it's coming away from the pan. These are really good pans. They usually work pretty good. Okay. Hopefully. There it comes. All right. That right on there like that. Nice and even. Okay. A little flour on there. You can just wipe that off. Sometimes that happens. That's okay. Okay. Now you do the same thing between this layer and the next one. All right, we're going to come back in a minute and we'll show you how to do the top. All right, we got the top, and this is just old-fashioned chocolate cake, so it's, it's not meant to be decorated with all kinds of decorations. But we're going to smooth it around the top, and then we take little by little and put it around the edges, make it nice and even. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing on the side, right there. And you do this all the way around. Like that. Fill in all the holes. And then a way to make it nice and smooth is you take your cake paddle and you dip it in hot water. I've got some hot water here. Shake it off, and then that makes it really nice and smooth on the edges. All right, we're going to come back in a minute and show you the finished frosting. Okay, we finished frosting. It's not a decorated bakery cake. It's just got some slathered on there. Put these big toothpicks in it because it was so big it was sliding. So in a little while we're going to cut this and we're going to have a little taste test. Tell me when. Okay, ready for our taste test. We're going to cut the big chocolate cake. Ooh, that's a big one. All right. Ooh, look at that. Now we're going to pick it up and let's get it in the picture. All right, and then onto the plate. And there's your chocolate buttercream chocolate cake. All right, Miss Taylor, you ready for a taste test?
Yes.
Okay, 2, 1. All right, Taylor, what do you think?
Good.
Is it good?